afternoon. So this is Nita with a Timepiece Garden, and this is going to be a quick 30 seconds. I've been working on the clownfish, and I have to stop just so I can watch what I'm doing. So you can see where I've started highlights. This is his regular color, and then his lowlights, and there in his head it looks great because you pull out and all you see is clownfish, but you can tell which end is up to the light and which end is down in shadow. I've started that, or I've done all of that with the oranges, and I tend to like the oranges the way they are. I don't think I'm going to adjust any of them. You know, I have highlights, I have lowlights. I like that. It's his whites that I'm not sure I have correct yet. So if you look there, you can see that that is white. And if you look good, that is blue-white. I'm going to show you the colors over here so you can see that that's white. And that's blue-white, and they're not the same. There in the cans, you can tell the difference. On the fish this close, you can see that the two colors are there. But when you pull back, it's not shadow enough. So I think I'm going to have to do another blue-white that is a little darker, just like I did with the oranges, and give him 3 shades, not 2, so you can see that shade from white to light blue to a deeper blue, just that it's shadow, you know, because in the little fish you can't tell it at all, and he's got the same 2 colors in his whites. So, but that's the thought process. But all the paint is wet right now, so I can't practice with a darker color right now, so I'm gonna leave him as is. I'm gonna work on something else, and that way the paint can dry and I can see, you know, if it dries a little darker, or if I need to mix another color to make it a little darker. But we'll see. All right, talk to you in a few. All right, this is just another one of those quick videos to show that everything I do is in layers. This one here, this is the original paint for the coral. This is just first coat. This one here is on second coat. When you pull out, you can see the difference. You know, he is a red coral. I'm gonna jump over the other side, and that side I've already done. And this is second coats, and it's like everything else. There's at least 4 colors in the coral. Because he's not done yet. This is just second coat. And then, you know, when he's done, along with all the other colors, the way his red pops will change how his orange looks. You can kind of tell just from looking at the 2 sides here how much just the second coat changes the overall color of the coral. So again, it was just a quick show, you know, because sometimes you don't get to see the difference. I show you, you know, what I finished, not necessarily the actual, you know, transition of the 2. All right, well, let me get to finishing these last 3 branches, and I'll talk to you in a few. Alright, so I'm done for the day. It's just the clownfish and the coral. You know, you can see he looks better. Does that make sense? Again, he's not done. Highlights and lowlights have still got to happen. But he's starting to pop, which is a good thing. And the clownfish, still not sure about their shadow. I think it needs to be a little darker on the underside of their tummies. You know, which is fine. Highlights and lowlights take a little while because you don't want to overdo it, because it's hard to get rid of something if you get it wrong. Or if you just do it in layers and darken it a little each time, and then when you get it right, it's awesome. From there, I'm going to answer a question. I had one of my subscribers ask if I was saving the turtle, you know, as kind of best for last type thing. And the answer is yes, but it was on accident. I actually started in the upper left-hand corner with the jellyfish, and that was yellow, red, and orange were the 3 colors. Not because I opened those colors. I just continued to work with yellow, red, and orange. So I could, you know, work on the yellow fish, and while I was waiting for a color to dry, I could work on the orange in the octopus, or the orange down there in the coral, you know, or the orange over here. And same thing with the yellows, you know, I could do some more yellow in the fish. And it's just been one of those that way I could, you know, not just do 20 minutes worth of work and then have to wait for something to dry, I could just keep going and work on the next item. Now, because of that, I've not opened the red. I don't want it to air out and dry out, or excuse me, not red, green, but I don't want it to air out or dry out. So, being that the yellow and the red and the orange are what got opened first, that's what I've been working on first. So, it's a complete accident, but yeah, the turtle's green. So, best for last. And then that becomes kind of, I will do the turtle before I do the rocks behind him. The rocks are in the background, and there are a brown and a gray. They will have some moss and stuff and some algae on them, but they're still a background. Just like the rocks at the bottom of the coral and the sign, the little pirate sign there. Those will actually be the last things done because they're all background. They're not bright, they'll be kind of dull, but they will, again, make all the brightness on here pop once they're in place. So those will be last. But the turtle will be close to last. You know? Alright, well, y'all have an awesome day. And I will talk at you later. Dun, dun, dun. So it has officially happened. My butterfly weed has officially got the caterpillars that grow monarch butterflies. Isn't that awesome? There's 2 of them there, and yeah, they are munching away. There's 2 more right there. You see him? And yeah, he is just munching away. And there's a 5th one over there. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. Isn't that awesome? And they're just munching away. And this is just, just one of the plants there. This one, while I don't see a butterfly, a worm on it, a butterfly worm on it, somebody is eating the seed pod. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Also munching away. So I'm going to have to come out and pick a couple seed pods before they, before they get eaten all up. I don't see a worm on here, but there's a half-chewed seed pod right there. And this bunch over here, there's 2 worms there. Well, maybe there's only 1 worm there. And then there's 2 worms there on 2 different leaves. And yeah, again, they're just munching away. The seed pods on this one have been completely chewed up. And I won't lie, that was one of the reasons why I put it there, was to attract the monarchs. So having said that, I need to come out and harvest a couple of my seed pods so they can, I can make sure they spread next year. So you read stuff, monarchs are losing habitat and so on down the line, and, they're here. They know it's here now. I'll probably have monarchs every year now. Isn't that awesome? Alright, well, I will talk to you later.